Hi folks, today in our Facts and Fakes series, we are going to discuss whether Sanskrit is actually the mother of all languages. Sanskrit is an Indo-Aryan or an Indic language of the ancient Indian subcontinent. It is certainly old, dated to around 2000 years. It is recognized as one of the classical languages of India. There are two forms of Sanskrit, Vedic Sanskrit and Classical Sanskrit, which we will discuss today in greater detail. It is a language which disappeared during the Mughal era but was extensively revived during the Maratha era. Today, there are hardly very few users who can understand and speak in Sanskrit. The scope of this video is to look at the claim of Sanskrit as the mother of all languages and also it as the oldest language on. This video will not cover the political battle between Brahmins and non-Brahmins or the Aryan invasion theory and Sanskrit because these are divisive in nature. So we will stick to more scientific discourse. If you look at how a languages typically evolve, it starts off with the oral communication and later on scripts get created. There is a no-brainer fundamental fact. Around 10,000 BC, the world consisted of numerous tribes, each with their own unique languages. These tribes later on created scripts using carvings, post which, when there was an invasion, each of these smaller tribes would have come under the influence of a stronger tribe or a new strong tribal language gets created. The existing tribal languages evolves by either absorbing the words from other tribal languages or perishes in the due course, post which there is continuously a change to the overall language. This is a universally agreed belief. Hence, all languages are tribal in nature and none can claim to be the only mother language. Every language in the world would anyhow be influenced by another language.
Let us look at the language families. A language family is a group of interrelated languages. They could have a common ancestral language called a proto-language. Currently, there are 13 major language families in this world. In India, there are two major language families, Indo-European and Dravidian. Sanskrit falls into the Indo-European language family. Now, Indo-European itself has many subdivisions. Each of these Indo-European subdivisions are diversely different from the other. Indo-Iranian subdivision includes Sanskrit. Now, within the Indo-Iranian subdivisions, there are three major divisions: Indo-Aryan, Iranian, and Nuristani. If we were to look at the writings of the world, there are four major writings. The first one being an alphabetical system, primarily consisting of Latin, Greek, Cyrillic, and Armenian, which consists of basically fewer number of vowels and consonants. The next one is logographic and syllabic, used primarily in China, Japan, and Korea. These consist of primarily logos and syllable, which are joined together to create new syllables or logos. The Abjad primarily consists of Arabic and Hebrew. They don't have vowels, so between two consonants, when a person reads this language, he automatically inserts an vowel. These are written from right to left. Then we go to the Abugida system, which obviously includes the Indic ones, namely the North Indic and South Indic. So if you look at it, each of these major categories of languages and even writing systems are divergent and different from the other. The North Indic is again significantly different from the South Indic. Sanskrit falls into the Abugida and the North Indic. So this obviously raises a question. There are diverse and different language families. There are different writings. Implies that one language cannot be the mother of all languages. But is Sanskrit the claimed Proto-Indo-Aryan language or the mother of Indo-Aryan languages? In order to understand that, we need to look at various research fields and their findings. Philology dates Sanskrit to around 100 BC. Archaeology, epigraphy, and petroglyph dates Sanskrit to around 100 AD. Numismatics and paleography dates it to 600 AD. Chronological dating primarily consolidates the information across all these and dates Sanskrit to a maximum of 100 BC written tradition. Now let us take a look at the written evidences in the North Indic or Brahmic. Rig Veda is claimed to have been composed in around 1500 BCE in Sanskrit but was orally transmitted. Now let us look at the truth. The oldest edicts of North Indic are the Ashoka edicts, which is in Prakrit, dated to around 250 BC. The earliest claimed written Sanskrit, which is the Adipada Gosundi inscriptions, is around 100 BC. The oldest reference to Panini's Astadhyayi is around 450 CE. The oldest surviving copy of Rig Veda is dated to around 1500 CE. So again, going back to the main question, can we call Sanskrit as a mother of all languages? As we seen in this video, languages will have a common word, but that is not an evidence of parent. There are different language families and writing systems. Naturally, there won't be a single precursor. Even within Indic, Indo-Aryan is different from Dravidian, and epigraphic, philology, archaeology dates Prakrit to be older than Sanskrit. Let us look at how Sanskrit was made to be the Proto-Indo-Aryan language. As we have seen, major words used across the languages today are primarily Prakrit and Pali. Even what is referred to as Vadamoli in Tamil is Prakrit and Pali than Sanskrit. So, in order to make Sanskrit as the mother of all Indo-Aryan languages, they devised a new term called Vedic Sanskrit. It was coined to consolidate Prakrit and Pali and other old languages under the umbrella of Sanskrit. Stories were created to ensure that there is adequate literature to believe Vedic Sanskrit is older than Prakrit and Pali. Thus, Sanskrit snatched away the Proto-Indian status from Prakrit. In the 20th century, various narratives were created. Hindu Vedic scholars started writing Sanskrit books without valid sources. Many of the lost books were rewritten without valid traces or sources. Again, they used an army of educated Indians to spread this propaganda, and with the help of internet, there was an exponential spread in these fake narratives. They created again books after book which are half-cooked. Also, each subsequent book quotes the previous widely believed information, adding evidences to these fake claims. As pointed out, there was a sudden increase in ancient Sanskrit science in modern India. Arthasastra was composed in 1905 by R. Shama Sastri without any valid source. He states that he found 2 paras of Arthasastra from a library in Nepal, provided by a Tamil from Tanjore. Government of India from 1950 onwards spent more than 2000 crores till date in promoting Sanskrit and in composing many Sanskritic literatures. This obviously raises a question: why would Indians or probably the Vedic scholars make Sanskrit as the mother language of all Indian languages? From my understanding, following are the core reasons. Prakrit had extensive Jain and Ajivika literature. Pali had extensive Buddhist works. If you look at Pali and Prakrit literatures, they were primarily against Vedic Varnashrama or a Sanatana, and they were primarily against the caste system. Sanskrit contained most of the verses of Hindu Vedic Varnashrama Dharma. Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas were primarily written in Sanskrit. So, by promoting Sanskrit as a mother of all languages, one nationalist wanted to unify national fervors within the Hindu religion. National leaders did not want people to explore their respective ancestral tribal languages. So, what's the point I'm trying to make? It's very simple. All languages had a tribal origin. They assimilate words over period from other languages. Sanskrit had minimal words, hence can never be called as a mother of all North Indic languages. Sanskrit was obviously never a spoken language. So it's about time we invest and focus on Pali and Prakrit, the real Proto-Indo-Aryan language. In the subsequent videos, we will be looking at various fake claims that are made about Sanskrit. Thank you.